Welcome back to the Richard Green Gallery for another behind-the-scenes exclusive as we get ready for the Maastricht Fair in March. I'm here today with Susan Morris, the gallery's senior researcher and expert on Joseph Vernet, who we're talking about today. This spectacular work from 1753 really captures what Vernet is most known for, which is his sublime light. And the pair of this hangs in the Louvre, so we're very excited to have it. Susan, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Good.
It's an amazing picture, and it's also the kind of picture which is very key to Maastricht, which is, apart from having a vast array of art from all over the world, it's always been a very strong old master fair. And this is very much about the 18th century, the whole of Europe falling in love with classical Rome and Greece. Vernet, at this point, 1753, had been living in Rome for about 20 years. He's a Frenchman born in the south of France, but found there was an enormous enthusiasm for Roman landscapes, which combine both the kind of Roman atmosphere that you get in 17th century paintings, but also the French sensibility and interest in light and atmosphere and anecdote and things.
Lovely, lovely. And I wondered if we could talk a little bit about Vernet's influences and, you know, how he came to develop such a beautiful style and light.
Well, really, I mean, he is very much, he's almost the beginning of a school as well as part of a school. So we're also taking a pair of paintings by Lacroix de Marseille, who follows on from Vernet, and also people like Hubert and Fragonard later on into the kind of Romantic era.
Lovely.
I mean, 1753 is a kind of key date for him, because he's commissioned by King Louis XV to do a series of the ports of France. So he goes back to Paris and becomes really a court painter.
And they were very well received, the ports of France.
Extremely well received.
Extremely well received.
And they have this wonderful balance of atmosphere and topography, and this also you get here, because it's Tivoli, which is about 20 miles north of Rome, and really since Roman times was a place for the rich to go in the summer months. It's up in the Sabine Hills. It has phenomenal setting of cascades and mountains and things, which is
perfect for someone like Vernet, who's definitely a romantic.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call him a romantic, I'd call him a sort of proto-romantic. Okay. He's part of that sensibility of enlightenment and and so what he's done here is he's really taken some of the features of Tivoli, but combined them into a kind of a capriccio of the landscape, which would have been very attractive to grand tourists, because of course this is the era in which Englishmen and Frenchmen and Germans are going to Italy. So really, and it's quite a clever viewpoint, because he's actually behind and above the cascade, so the kind of great plunging down of the water is, you don't see, all you see is the fantastic sunlight playing on the rocks and the hills beyond. The hills, I think, really are quite romantic. I mean, they're not, the Sabine Hills are not quite as dramatic as that, but they're
here.
Yes, that kind of area.
It's absolutely stunning.
And then, of course, there's the constant reminder, which is what appealed to the grand tourists and also collectors, Roman collectors of the day, is the ruins and monuments of ancient Rome, which is what European civilization at that time felt it. That was at the foundation of everything in their society.
Yes. Post-Renaissance, and you know, looking back to look forward.
Yeah.
I just love the dresses of the ladies here, and
yes,
the way he's able to convey the silk and the cotton is absolutely stunning.
He's a wonderful draftsman and observer of people, and so you can look at those, and the way the faces are painted with such delicacy, and way, as you say, the light falls on their headdresses, and the kind of diaphanous material of the skirts and so on. It's, of course, it's idealised. I mean, it's looking back to Roman poetry like Virgil's Georgics, in which happy peasants live in wonderful landscapes and no one really seems to do any work. Which and we're very lucky in that we know almost everyone who's owned this picture from the day it was commissioned. It was commissioned by a man called Guillaume du Tillet, and he was the chief minister of the Duchy of Parma, and was very, very interested in antiquities. So he set up an antiquities museum in Parma, which still exists, and an Academy of Art, which still exists. And he was very much an Enlightenment figure. And he was a bit, in a way, he was almost like a Figaro person who'd come from actually quite a humble background, but who through his cleverness had become, first of all, doing court entertainments, and then he becomes finance minister, and then he becomes prime minister, and he did a lot.
Clever chap.
Certainly, very clever chap. And he did a lot to improve agriculture and industry in Parma. So this would be one of the key paintings of his collection.
No, we're very lucky to have it.
We are, yes.
So we will see you in Maastricht. You'll be able to view this stunning Vernet there, along with a collection of other works that we're bringing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.